the power of product ecosystem in iGaming business growth.
All right. Before we start, actually, let me ask some questions to the audience so we know a little bit who is who in the audience. So please raise your hand, everybody who has slept more than 6 hours today. Oh, some of you, great. More than 4 hours. Anyone? Everyone? How about less than 3 hours? All right, brave cowboys. Let's get it. How are you doing, man? All right, so now that we know who is who in this exhibition, I would like to thank you for your attention in advance. And the theme that we are talking about today is the product ecosystem and what is a product ecosystem in iGaming. And let's start by just introducing myself. I'm from SoftSWISS, and just not being too salesy or pitchy, we're a software company. We are doing B2B software of various kinds. We have various products, and we observe more than 10 billion euro worth of betting activity per month, which is quite substantial, but we get into more and more. All right, let's start. And the first thing that I'm going to mention is the super app trend. What is the super app? What is the product ecosystem in general in IT, in software business? Then we'll discuss what is an ecosystem in iGaming. We'll talk about what the benefits a software ecosystem might bring to players, and of course to operators who avail themselves of such an ecosystem. But first, let's start about the definition of an ecosystem and the definition of a super app. We all know WeChat, and it's basically the Chinese go-to app, Chinese #1 app. And as you might know, it's an app for everything. It provides text messaging, video messaging. I don't know if it provides dating, like Tinder capabilities, anyone knows. And of course, it's a payment application, it's your wallet. Is basically your social window to the world of basically all economic or economic-like behaviors in the Chinese society. Is that important? And it has more than 1.5 billion daily users. And we could name more super apps like this. Maybe if anyone is from the CIS region like myself, we remember Contactia, which is trying to be a super app. We all know about Telegram, which is also trying to be a super app by introducing some payment capabilities later on and by playing with blockchain technologies. And yeah, basically, by 2027, it is estimated that around half of the world will use one or another super app. Now, what is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is not just one app, but it's basically a kit, a suite of products closely intertwined with one another. And we also know real-life examples. They are pretty obvious. They are on the surface. For example, G Suite, which we use in the company, plus YouTube, maybe, outside working hours. And Google provides us with a very close-knit family of products. Same goes, for example, to Microsoft, though I would not maybe advertise that personally. Same also goes to such concoctions of apps like Salesforce, for example. So how relevant is an ecosystem in iGaming? It's pretty relevant. I would say that it solves the needs of customers. It helps improve brand loyalty. And it can actually boost the revenue of operators by cross-selling. Now, we, together with our PR team, tried to come up with like the most simple, like inane and almost dumb example of a cross-selling. Here it is. It's McDonald's selling you fries and some drinks. And just to make a parallel with the world of iGaming, it will be, of course, the most obvious example possible. It's an online casino and a sportsbook, or rather a sportsbook, in most cases converting the players, the bettors, the punters to the online casino and maximizing its revenue while also lowering, in most cases, again, its cost of acquisition. All right. Also, incidentally, we noticed that during the sports events, major sports events like FIFA, World Cup, the activity in the casino that we see drops by 10 to almost a staggering 20% versus your normal day or at that time of the hour. So only this example alone, I think, quite eloquently proves that we need to diversify as an operator or as a B2B provider the product kit and the product offering just to mitigate for such events. It's like if you sell ice cream, try to sell it in both northern and southern hemispheres, to have a more streamlined revenue throughout the year. All right, I'll talk briefly about the possible operator benefits of a product ecosystem. First of all, if you use several products from one company or from a group of companies, you actually get security. I would single this out as point number one, because if you take several products from one provider, there tends to be a strong enterprise-grade info security layer on top of it, and you just have fewer potential holes, fewer potential breaches, fewer potential unrelated products over which the security breach might happen. So actually, this is a very important point, although it's not super intuitive sometimes. Then, of course, the close integration of one product into another. I'll delve into this topic a little bit deeper by showing you how our product ecosystem works later on. Then, of course, it is data usability. If you use several products that are closely united with one another, maybe several of them use a single database or some single data warehouse, you can harness a lot of data. And this data, if put to use in the right way, can lead you to a better and a more easy and fast way to understand your users, to understand your user preferences and experiences. In our example with McDonald's being sportsbook plus casino, it can lead to lower acquisition costs because you have various funnels now, acquisition funnels by product attribute now. So you could play with that, obviously. And of course, the player's loyalty or the player's retention, because if you're able to give the players an A to Z experience, ideally they would never leave your ecosystem of products and be there for more months than usual, than if you had just one product. Let's talk about some player benefits. First of all, it's convenience, because usually it's a single account system, single wallet, it's a single interface, and everything is very intuitive, like I said. It's diverse offerings. I talked about seamless user experience as well. And since you have this power of data, since you have harnessed a lot of data from various data sources, you can achieve more miracles in terms of personalization of the offering to players. Like we have seen that, and this is really one of the, again, less obvious benefits of having a product ecosystem. Let me just briefly take a couple minutes and describe how this works on our side. At SoftSWISS, we have several products and several kits of services. Of course, it's one brand, it's one large company, but each product has their own team, has their own technology stack. It's relatively autonomous, and last but not least, each product has their own profit and loss account. Like it's that level of autonomy because we want each product to think outside the box and be motivated to perform at peak. So the first and the core product is our PAM, the casino platform. Then to it, we add some managed services. It's not a software product, but we are able to provide or to rent out teams to perform player retention, KYC, payment management, customer support, player reactivation, and whatnot. Basically everything except the player acquisition. Then we have the game aggregator, which is a separate module, but it's also integrated with the PAM, or it can be integrated into any other PAM. Then we have the sportsbook, which is available through the game aggregator, or separately, or with our core platform, the casino platform. And then we have the jackpot aggregation tool, which lets you run the jackpot campaigns and jackpot mechanics, irrespective of what game providers or of what segments of players participate in this jackpot or series of jackpots, which is also available through a couple of our solutions. And yeah, to crown it all, we have the affiliate platform. So this is like a product ecosystem, which we have discovered is a solid way for us to develop, and is also, incidentally, a solid way for operators to develop their business, to achieve more output from the same input, to have a more streamlined operation. And of course, for players, the players can also benefit from a unified ecosystem, from a seamless experience, and from just a very welcoming, nice, home-like place. Thank you, guys. With this, I leave you and have a great rest of today. If you have any questions, just come to our booth, 2129, and we'll be happy to talk to you there. Thank you.